So I'm flipping through Next Issue, and I'm going through all the magazines. So I'm at Men's Health, and I see this article about men's fears, okay? So yes, men have fears, everybody. So it gives you sort of the top 10, things like thunder, the sight of blood, flying, enclosed spaces, things that, you know, most of us can relate with. And some of them that were actually a little peculiar. So 26% of men slept with lights when they were boys. I understand that. Isn't that cute? That's kind of cute. 46% say seeing their doctor is enough to scare them silly. 1 in 10 say that they are more afraid that their six-pack will disappear without a trace. That means they're saying 1 in 10 men have a six-pack.
Seriously?
Look around, people. Come on. Is that happening in your world? 37% worry that their hairline will vanish faster than a camp counselor on Friday the 13th. And it's true, losing hair is very much a big fear for men. So we thought, you know what, why not talk about our own fears? Let's get it out. Let's have a little bit of a therapy session. So Liv, let's start with you. Do you have any big fears?
I have a few. My first fear that I didn't realize until it happened was I'm petrified of heights. And not just a little bit, like I can look out of a plane and I have no problems looking out of a building, but I was canyoning in I was mountain climbing in northern Italy when I was in my early 20s and had to scale down about 20 stories and they had to come back up and get me. I was glued to the side of the mountain. I could not get my body to the edge and the most experienced go down first, so they had to come back up and get me. I was shaking like a leaf. I was absolutely petrified.
That's when you realized you were afraid of heights?
Yeah, it was not
when
a good
you were
place to
on
be.
a mountain in Italy?
I know.
That's when you woke up and clued into that
Well, I didn't know. I'd never spent any time 20 stories in the air dangling.
But like not on the way up, just right when you got up there. Oh my God, I'm scared. I never thought I'd be scared.
I didn't know. But I do have something that's a bit more realistic, maybe. I was petrified of leaving voicemail messages on phones. I don't think I left my first voicemail message until I was maybe started working.
What was it? The anxiety of saying the wrong thing?
A combination. I think maybe I'd heard my voice once before in a voicemail and it sounded so strange and I messed up, so then I jabbered my way through it. I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. I don't need to. I can just keep calling them.
I don't need to laugh because fears are valid, right? Regardless of what they are, these are valid things.
Now you can actually redo your message. It's like press 7 if you want to read it back. You don't
You totally can. Technology has caught up and they are on to you, honey. They'll make it easier. Okay, Sandi, do you have any fears?
I also have a fear of heights.
Yeah, me too.
Same thing. I can be in a plane and I'm fine. Exactly the same thing. But I will say that I have conquered my fear of heights. So I did something almost as crazy. Well, not as crazy as yours. Never mind. Okay. But you know, you fear something happening to you because your kids are little, and you don't want anything to happen because, of course, you know, you're the only person who can be their mom, right? So my kids are all grown up. We go to Mexico. There I am, you know, 52 years old. And I put on my bikini. We're doing the zip line into a cenote, and so that's my kids' fear, is that I'm in a bikini and I'm in public. But and then that was scary for them. And I'm the first in line. And my kids' eyes are like this. They're just scared. And I got on the top of that mountain, I grabbed on that thing, and I think I wasn't afraid that if something happens to me, my kids are all cool, they're grown up, everything's cool now. Yeah.
So you felt you're okay, I can jump into
down,
it.
and everybody else behind me was like, if she can do it, I can do it.
And that mama rocks. That is amazing. Way to conquer that fear. How about you, Robina?
Do you know, I don't think I have anything unusual. I do have a fear of bugs. You know, I can't even squish one. I would probably throw up if I did. But there was a time I was in Greece and bugs fly, cockroaches, and I almost suffocated to death because I was under the duvet and I wouldn't come up until my roommate came home. So it was over my head, sweating. Bed was soaking. I would not come out of that duvet until I heard the door go. And then I told her I'd seen something fly in the apartment. And then when she was home, I felt better, but I actually could have killed myself and over a bug and not even killing the bug.
Oh my gosh, that's like very extreme there, Robina.
That's what it is.
But then again, a flying roach, that's a nightmare.
Yes, it is. It's ugly.
A flying roach is a nightmare, or a flying spider is a nightmare.
I'll tell you another one I'm starting to develop. fear of flying because I've been on a couple of turbulent flights,
Yes.
and I don't want to fear that.
Yeah, no, I have that
gotta
now
fight
too.
that one.
We hit an air pocket once coming back from the Dominican Republic, and the pilot never got on the mic to explain what was going on. If you've never been through that and you feel like you hit a concrete wall in the air, and no one's saying anything, and people have banged their heads, the people are bleeding, and everyone's just like doo doo doo, almost home. Like, yeah, that really has instilled a bit of a fear in flying. Anyways, you know what? Fears are fears, and if you really do want to conquer your fears, you should actually talk to someone about it. Leave. Talk to someone about it.
Just don't do the mountain
bottom
climbing
of the
any longer.
mountain, not at the top.
Just don't do that any longer.